Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Tuesday, January 28th. Ian Cameron, Dutch Boy, Fresh Trot Wham. And, we did have Billy Briz in
I'm
the
here. I'm here. I'm here.
There he is. Okay, he's there. Sharing audio. We'll get him on the screen shortly. But we got Tuesday NBA to break down. Just two games on the card, which means I'm going to have a chance to talk a little bit about the MLK Day action. It was really an up and down day, a little bit of everything. We lost with the Pelicans. We won with the Hornets. We hung tough early with the Bulls, but they blew it late. We had, I think, in the late night hours, we had OKC. They covered the number for me against Dallas, that big number. But the one that really let me down, the one that really hurt me yesterday was what happened to those Milwaukee fucking Bucks
Fuck the
in
Bucks.
the second half against the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks have not been able to do anything right for the better part of the last few weeks, not been able to play good ball. Bucks are up comfortably by double digits at halftime. If I'd bet them first half, I would have been all right. But they cannot hold the lead. The fourth quarter was just abysmal. Atlanta's just raining shots left and right. Defense disappeared for Milwaukee, and disheartening for me with the best bet going down in that fashion. The Bucks just coughing it up. No deer to be feared last night in the ATL. That's for damn sure. Extinct deer, as far as I'm concerned, last night. What we saw from the Milwaukee Bucks in the second half. Pathetic performance down the stretch. And but credit to Atlanta. They finally nutted up, finally, grabbed their ball sack and said, it's time to do something. It's time to man up. It's time to show something. And they finally did that. So credit to Atlanta for coming back. But craziness there on MLK Day all around. Dutch, just some overall thoughts. It was a big slate yesterday, MLK Day. How did it go?
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and DJs for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit that like button, like I just hit that plain of soap. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Yesterday, hey, honestly, I wish I would have just bet the NFL. The NFL was a beautiful fucking thing for me. The Rams, that shit was
Talk
beautiful.
about it.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Kick the
though,
shit out of the Cardinals. Yeah.
yeah, what I say, a little Curry or a little Murray, a little too small, right? Hey, he looked like a little guy out there last night.
He looks like one of those Ewoks from Star Wars, from
I'm
Return
just
of the
saying,
Jedi.
man.
If you watch that movie, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, he's a little. Yeah,
He's
he's
just
a little
missing the
guy,
chant.
man.
He's just got to do
Yeah.
the Ewok chant. Luka, 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 lula, luka, luka, luka. That's what he looks like, to be honest. Yeah.
There were some good memes out there, definitely getting them. But like I said, man, I just personally, nothing against the dude, but I just think he's just too small for the NFL when it comes to elite, and the Rams. I said it, they would show up last night, and you've seen the best that we've seen of the Rams maybe all season. They played a great game. But yeah, when it comes to the NBA, man, you said it, man. The Bucks. I had this slight gut feeling that there could be some fuckery going on in the ATL due to MLK Day, and I don't know, man. They do the whole fucking game in the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, Atlanta's back to being Atlanta last year. It was just amazing. I couldn't believe it. And without Capella, we can go on. There's a reason why we're on Milwaukee. So that was pretty fucking gross. The Blazers handled business though in the Magic City. Out there in Orlando, They handled it business. So I was feeling okay. And then the NFL game popped off, and I was really feeling myself. And then we could go to LA, and it was not La La Land for me last night. I mean, god damn. Let's have it a moment of silence for Rudy Gobert. Oh my motherfucking god, bro. Hey, say what you will about Russ. So I say some shit, especially about his attire. But god damn, did he not murder that motherfucker? I mean, he posterized that dude. That was a beautiful thing, honestly. I was like, when I seen that dunk, I kind of knew I was in trouble. But if you watched the show yesterday, and I'll be brief, but if you watched the show yesterday, I said that don't stay away from Utah early. I liked it in the third quarter. I figured in the third quarter they'd come out, put it on them. They go up by double digits in the third quarter, and this is exactly how I pictured it. And then all of a sudden, they score fucking 12 points in the fourth quarter. Can't buy a bucket. Don't want to attack the rim and just settle for threes. I don't know what the fuck I was watching, to be quite honest with you. Props to my man Ian said he had that feeling. Said Magic Johnson rallied the troops, and LBJ obviously did what he had to do to get him going, because that didn't look like the same Laker team we've seen all year. I don't even think they broke fucking 200 last night. So I mean, yeah, it was a rough one. Thanks for the Rams, so I wasn't too much in the negative last night. But yeah, man, ready for this two-piece we got today.
Exactly, two-piece suit. Right here we got with the Tuesday NBA card. Wham, what did you think yesterday, MLK Day NBA?
Yeah, man. Luckily, I crushed it yesterday early, and then I phased away in the end with Malik Monk props just not getting there. 2 3-point makes, not over the 2.5 that we had, and 14 points rather than the 17 that we needed to the cash. So, 1-3 would have got us there. So I'm not feeling too bad about those additions or anything, not regretting anything. We're just going to keep going, be positive, get to this money today, and not have any worries here. So yesterday was bullshit, but I say it like that, like my guy Dutch said. Dutch said it was a beautiful thing to see Westbrook do that dunk. So I guess it was some silver linings here. Let's keep going.
Absolutely, it sure was. Billy, how were things yesterday, NBA wise?
Oh, NBA wise, it went off pretty well until the Buxton fucked everything up for me. But the sheriff had to go into office, and deputy was in charge, and had to sweep the NCAA college basketball slate to get back some money. So we're gonna keep the same energy today, keep it short and sweet with the NBA, hit on the NCAA, and go off to the next day. Deputy Brisbane's got to get in charge right here.
That's right. Yeah, I shot the sheriff, but you cannot shoot the deputy. You got to look at it that way. Deputy's got to bounce back. There it is.
Love it.
That's an old song. That's Eric Clapton back in the day. Great musician he was.
Years, man.
All right, we've got two games on Tuesday. We'll start in the Garden, Madison Square Garden, Minnesota Timberwolves, New York Knicks. Timberwolves now laying 3 in this game on the road, 213.5 the total. The Knicks are a hell of a banged-up basketball team. Not hell of a banged up, but they got a few key guys out. Rose, Reddish still not ready, it looks like, for the Knicks after they traded with Atlanta to get him. He's still going to be out for a while. Derrick Rose still out. Kemba Walker, game-time decision with a knee injury for the Knicks. We'll see how they fare here. R.J. Barrett's been good, but unfortunately not exactly always consistent from his supporting cast of late for the Knicks. They ended up losing yesterday to Charlotte in an early start game to the Hornets, so they're looking to bounce back. It is a back-to-back. The good news is they played an early game yesterday. It's a night game tonight, so it's not quite as bad of a back-to-back situation. On the other side, you got the Timberwolves. Nice win for them against Golden State in their last game. They're averaging 121 points in their last 7 games. This team is just lighting it up right now offensively, and the reason they're doing that is because, look, it's easy to see why. They got everybody healthy. We've talked about it. Russell, Edwards, Towns, the big three, if you will, for Minnesota. Since they've been back, they've been very fluid at the offensive end of the basketball court. I think that's got the chance to maybe continue tonight. You look at New York now, second of back-to-back games for them, again after yesterday. And on days rest this year, you see that they've been hit or miss, 3-2 overall. So a rest advantage here for Minnesota. Look like a little bit of a healthier team. I do like Minnesota. It's been a while since I've taken Minnesota, at least it's been a few games anyway. You can still get 45 here on the Timberwolves tonight. I like them here. I think they can get the road win, and I lean to the over as well, just because Minnesota is kind of trending that way. A lot of points lately. It's back-to-back for New York, and a lot of times defense suffers when you're playing on consecutive nights. So the total's reasonable. I think 214.5. I think you can get over that number. Dutch, what do you think here? Timberwolves, Knicks.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Sam Comer. Sam, I am. Yeah, Ian does got bars, man. He's very well-rounded. Yep. Shout out to our guy. Yeah, man. Shout out to H-Town. I see you, bro. D Nice, Andrew Cole, everybody in chat right now. I know we only got a 2-piece, and it's a very, slow motherfucking Tuesday. But if you would, share the video, retweet it, do the thing, hit the motherfucking like button. It'll be muchly appreciated. But yeah, man, this honestly, I think you already know what I'm gonna do with that last game. So I'm gonna give you what I got on this one. And to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have had shit today if I wasn't on this show, just to keep it real. But we do it for for the people. I'm here for the people, So yeah, this game is an exotic backwood from a side perspective. I will say that I know a lot of people are on Minnesota, and it almost looks too easy, to be honest with you. But a lot of people that I respect are on Minnesota, so I guess you could look Minnesota if you have to bet the side. But for me, I believe there is a little bit of value, and in honor of our guy Billy Briz, I'm gonna give you a motherfucking prop with a little bit of juice on it. It's minus 130. You can get it a little bit other way. It's out there higher too. But if you shop around, you can get it at 130. It's gonna be Julius the motherfucking Juice Randle double minus 130. Now he's got a double for his last 6 games. Double in the last 3 meetings versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. We know him and Cat went to, they're both Wildcats. say what you will about talent-wise, but we know who's bigger. We know who's a little tougher, who's going to bring that, that physicalness. Randall. So I expect him to easily get 10 boards. 9.5 is like minus 145. I was looking for rebounds on him. So as long as we get 10 points plus, I believe the rebounds will come easy. And he might fuck around and even get some assists. Sometimes he can get up there and assist as well. But we're counting on the points and rebounds here. So lay to 130. Yeah, I said it. That's right at my cap, the minus 130. It's like baseball in this bitch. But the double-double, I believe, is going to hit. And then also, I believe we talked about this on the show, not only the panel, but also in the chat. When I was looking at it, dug into this game because I had to. D'Angelo Russell over 7.5 assists. You can get it at at a higher juice at over 6.5, but I'm not going to do that. We'll go ahead and go over 7.5 at plus 120. Now he had double-digit assists in 4 of the last 5 games. I mean, he's been playing good basketball. I expect the Wolves. I expect this to be a competitive game, even though the Knicks coming off a back-to-back. You get your ass whooped at home on MLK Day. The only score, I believe, 87 points. I think we're going to see a little bit of solid basketball here from the Knicks. So I don't expect them to get blown out. So I believe we'll be able to hit some props in this game.
There you go. Liking some of the props here with this one. Wham, Wolves and Knicks.
Yeah, man. As far as this Knicks team, they're very inconsistent offensively, for sure. This could be the spot here. I mentioned it on Jimmy's show earlier today. I believe this could be the spot here for them to be at least competitive offensively with Evan Fournier, heroic threes, like we've seen countless of times here. People said it's on the NBA TV game, so it's a national game here. There'll be eyes watching this game here. I just don't see it though. I just think the Wolves is the spot. I'm right here with you, Ian. I hopped on the Wolves at minus 1.5 last night. I got on the Vanderbilt points train here. It's hit 6 of the last 8 games. As long as it was rebounds as well, I like his rebounds. Him and Cat, something 8.5 for both of those guys. Both of those guys is hitting about 67% or something around that nature. So I like those props there as well. But the reason why I like the Wolves, man, they're just like you said, Ian. They're firing offensively. They're number 1 offensive rating, number 1 effective field goal percentage. They're at the pace that is going to be there. They're going to be able to dictate the pace. Even though this Knicks team is slowing down the pace, I think they're going to dictate the pace here. They're going to be making their shots. That's the problem here for the Knicks. Are they going to make their shots? It is the Garden. They're supposed to, but this could be a definite disappointing game. Another big-time game for Ant in the MSG. We've seen what he did when he was in college here, so I think it's just one of those games, bro.
Yeah, and by the way, I like the double-double on Karl Anthony Towns here for Minnesota. Plus 110. He's had a double-double 2 of the 3 meetings last year against New York, so it was a nice matchup for him. And he's been averaging close to a double-double the last few. I think 27 points. I think 9.8 rebounds per game the last several. So you can't get much closer to a double-double than that. And I think he's got a chance to get it tonight, plus 110. Good enough price. Plus price. I was hoping for that.
It would be Kitty Cat tonight, maybe, boy. Yeah, Kitty Cat.
We'll see. What do you think? Timberwolves.
Julius gonna drop that shoulder, bro.
Favorite play of the slate.
I would say this too. I didn't want to do this to my boy Dutch, but Julius is only averaging 16 points on 16 attempts, bro. He ain't efficient.
That's why we went double-double. I only need 10, bro. So
I feel you. I feel you. That's a good play. That's a good play. It don't have nothing to do with that stat. I'm just saying.
I don't kind of playing bully ball. He kind of, I agree. Like he's too hit or miss with the points late, especially of late. When you look into it, under 21 probably would be the play. But I only need 10, bro. And I believe he'll get 10.
Oh yeah, he hitting that for sure. I agree with that. Yes, sir. That's for sure.
Favorite play, though, in this game for me is going to be Anthony Edwards over 19.5 points. He's been a cash cow. He scored 20-plus points in 22 out of his last 37 games. He scored 20-plus points after a single-digit game every single time so far this season. Miles Bridges just literally went off for 38 against the same exact Knicks team yesterday. This is the easiest play of the day. Shouts to my boy Tone. For that one is going to be Anthony Edwards. And then the second play, I was seeing the same exact thing Dutch was seeing, but we went to the plus money side of things for this one. Mitchell Robinson, double-double, plus 475 tonight. He's gone over on his points 7 of his last 10 games, and he had 14 points and 18 rebounds in his last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's averaged 9.6 rebounds over his last 5. and I feel like he gets this without Noel out there. He's going to have to play a little bit more against Cat. The Wolves are giving up 12.5 rebounds to the center position and ranked 22nd in opposing rebound centers. So we're going to rock with Mitchell Robinson. I hate Mitchell Robinson, but plus 475 for a double-double on Mitch Rob. I wanted to bet my boy D'Lo tonight, but I couldn't go down that route. But if you're playing some daily fantasy tonight and you're looking to get a little bit different, and maybe on the caveat sides, you like the Timberwolves, if you're looking for a daily fantasy low-owned shot, I'm going with Quentin Grimes tonight on the New York Knicks. The guard play of the Knicks has been absolutely horrendous. I think Kemba Walker's going to miss for tonight, and I think the young rookie has been stepping up a little bit. He's going to see a couple more spots in the rotation. You know, Thibodeau doesn't like to really make a couple subs off the bench, but if this goes lopsided, Quentin Grimes might hit a couple threes. The Knicks need anything right now.
Yeah, they do. And about Anthony Edwards, 9 points in the last game, but only 28 minutes. Remember, blowout situation against Golden State. What did that end? 119-99. He only played 28 minutes. That's a big reason why he only got that number of points. You'd expect a better performance. And again, before that, he was just rolling 30, 28, 19, 24, 22, 28. Those have been the points lately from Edwards. And yeah, the Mitchell Robinson, you know, I'm surprised you can get a good price like that for his double-double, considering what he's done. He had 3 double-doubles in consecutive games, Spurs, Mavericks, and Hawks before the game yesterday. And again, 10 and 6, but only 26 minutes. Another situation where the Knicks were down, so he didn't play as much. So maybe a chance for Robinson to get back on that double-double train.
14 and 18, first time he played against Minnesota. The proof is in the pudding, man. Minnesota and the Clippers are like two of the worst rebounding teams that I usually try to attack.
Yeah, this is one of those bets where win or lose, it's a good bet. It's worth it, considering the numbers. Considering also you mentioned what he did against Minnesota earlier this year, head to head, that you can get in that plus 400 range in some spots with his double prop. So good find there with that. Hopefully it cashes. All right, Detroit and Golden State. We've got Golden State 15, 16-point home favorites here, 218 the total in this one. So this is a spot where I always say when you play a bad team, and Detroit is a bad team. I know they beat the Raptors and they beat the Jazz. A couple of nice wins, actually. We'll give them credit. But those were at home. On the road, it's not been the same. They get crushed by Charlotte by 29 on the road, beaten up by Memphis by 30 on the road. And then Chicago, that's pretty embarrassing. 46-point loss, 133-87. They lose by 27 at home to Phoenix in their last game. So when they lose ugly. The Detroit Pistons here going into this game here against Golden State. I always say good teams can beat the hell out of the bad teams if they're focused and they're motivated against them. And you might get that from Golden State because they had that 20-point loss at Minnesota to wrap up the road trip. Yeah, it's a little concern at first game home for a West Coast team off an East Coast trip. Sometimes I worry about it a little bit. So that's a concern. It's a lot of points to be laying, but I don't think I could support Detroit. I just don't, because Golden State's even mildly interested. It could be a long night. And then you look at that perimeter defense for Detroit. It's not good. It's 28th in the league. They're giving up 36.2% from three-point range, on 36.7 rather, from three-point range. That's not good. It could be a night where you see a lot of splash from the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Curry's going to play. It looks like he's got a sore right hand. He's been playing through it, but it looks like he's going to be playing and in the lineup tonight. Thompson will be also available for Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors tonight. This could be a game where maybe a team total. That actually is the one I prefer the most. Rather than laying 15 or 16, you can get 117 or so, 118 on the team total for Golden State. That might be something I bet here. Just focus on the team total. We've seen the Pistons. What are they giving up here some of these last few games? 135 to Phoenix, 133 to Chicago, 118 to Memphis, 140 to Charlotte. Most of those on the road. It feels like Golden State could probably get to that 118 tonight, especially coming off a loss. And I don't think they'll take Detroit lightly or take them for granted because of that. So I think the Warriors team total over is what I'd look at. And I know there's some Thompson props. I'll let Wham and others speak to them. We were talking about them before the show started in terms of three-pointers. Makes a lot of sense. He's hit 2+ made threes, Thompson in particular, in all games, and he's hit 3 multiple times in terms of made three-pointers. He's gotten at least 3 of those in the majority of his few games since he's been back. Wham, perfect lead into you here. What do you think, Detroit, Golden State?
Yeah, man. I was on those Thompson's over 2.5 threes over the last few games, and it hasn't been hitting. But for the most part, you still a good. I feel pretty good about him because the amount of attempts that he's looking, the amount of shots that he's taking behind the arc there. So I kind of have a little faith in this team. That both of these teams are ranked 19th and 20th in opposing 3-point percentage. So I do expect these guys to be allowing threes in this game, and that kind of leans me here a little bit towards the big number here to be on the Detroit side because I think they're going to be able to score on this team without Draymond in the lineup. Looney's okay. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Looney is he could be there sometimes and have flashes here and there, but he's not that type of presence that I think is going to impact this game a lot. I still am waiting on see what's the deal with Kelly on the Atlantic. If anybody knows anything about that, that's kind of just another reason why I think he's still questionable. No, he won't play. He won't play today, so that he's out. So he most likely probably play
Sometime this week, Wham, with
I
his
figured
return,
that.
but not looking like tonight. Won't be tonight, actually. Yep.
I knew it was coming though, but see, that's the reason for me to stay away from certain rebound props in this game. But as far as the assists, I think Kate goes over the 5.5. It's at -133, so tread lightly if you is. But this is a play that I just think I have to make here in this game. I know a lot of people like the Corey Joseph. He's been killing on the threes. He's been killing on the assists. I would definitely recommend him as well. But as far as Cade, I think Cade is the spotlight type of guy. It's going to be against a good team. I think the NBA is setting it up pretty good, pretty sweet here for it to be a Clay Cade type of display here. You may even see Sadiq Bey join in on this game. So I like the points here to be over, but mostly Clay over 2.5 threes. Again, I gotta take that. And as far as Cade, I took that 5.5 assists as well.
Yeah, I would lean full game over. I think I like the Golden State team total more, but I wouldn't talk anyone out of like 218, which is the full game total right now. I wouldn't talk anyone out of the over there. The over is 3-1 in 4 games without Draymond. Draymond's missed 4 straight games. The over's cashed in 3 of those 4 games. So again, they play a little faster, don't have that rim protection quite as much without Draymond Green. So it's a perfect combination as to why you start to see a few more higher scoring and a little bit more of an over-trending bunch, the Warriors, without Draymond. Billy, what are you liking here? Pistons, Warriors.
Yeah, this one was probably the obvious backwood of the slate, but this is going to be the late night spot. So either you're going to be chasing or trying to grab a couple more dollars at the end of the night, and it's better than playing roulette. So I'm going to probably be playing a couple of props in this game. The one prop that I was looking at, like Wham was saying, over 8.5 points for Corey Joseph. If this game does blow out, he would probably be the one to exceed more minutes in blowout time. But I think Kevin Looney, man, Kevin Looney's been out here chopping. He's been hearing the calls. The young man, James Wiseman's coming around the corner, and Looney's starting to pick it up a little bit. Usually Looney looks a little bit slow-footed, but my man's been out there running up and down the court, getting the rebounds, getting the job done. He's been covering his rebounds and his points of recent. So I'm going to take a little same-game parlay of Kevin Looney over 5.5 points, 5.5 rebounds at -115. And then we're also going to have it circled. We'll probably do a little bit more research on it because they don't even want to put my man on the book. But if they do put my man on the book tonight, I think it will be his debut for me betting him. Jonathan Kamanga. Bano, how can you say it? Because you watch college basketball.
Something like that. Yeah, as I would say. As Don that's what I always say when Don Cherry would say that when he's trying to pronounce a name and he doesn't think he got it right. He says something like that, close enough. Yeah, that's you're good.
One of the main beneficiaries without Draymond Green out there on the floor and other guys like Stephen Curry missed. I think it was the other game. So I feel like his stats are a little bit skewed. 15 points, 25 points, 19 points his last 3 games. But in a blowout, he would definitely exceed the blowout run. They've not been trying to free Clay. So maybe it's Jonathan Kamanga season again once more. But if we can't get his props, I'll just play him on daily fantasy then.
All right, good stuff. Yeah, this is definitely a prop game. Maybe then if you're going to bet it, it's a tough game, tough spread. I mean, it's a lot of points to be laying with Golden State, but they might be motivated for Detroit.
You know what Judge says though? NBA blowouts where props come to die.
That's true, and that's always what you worry about. You got to hope Detroit hangs in there for at least a little bit, and that way you can at least get the starter still out.
Can I
there
add
in the
one more
fourth
thing?
quarter.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Babano, Trey Lyles over the last 8 games, he's went over 5.5 rebounds. That's my next look in this game here. He's at plus money, 5.5 rebounds for Trey Lyles. Perfect guy, like you said. If it's a blowout, he'll be in the game, and he'll be in the game regardless because Kelly Olynyk is out now.
That's a good point. Oh, Canada. He's Canadian, Trey Lyles. Good for him, seeing him getting some minutes and contributing here for the Detroit Pistons lately. All right, Dutch, I know it's, this might be backwood time for you, but you got anything?
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Trans Canada. You got it, my dude. MD24, I see you, my guy. Star Child, Jay Peasy in the house, I see you. Our guy Nutflush Allen, salute to you and the fan, bro. But yeah, man. Hey, everybody in the chat, let me know what your best bet is on the small card, whether it be a prop, a side. Let me know what y'all fucking with. What's the best bet y'all think tonight? But like for shout out to our guy Mark Nick, and this one's for you, man. Back with this bitch. Yeah, man.
There it is. Backwood time for Dutch. We kind of figured that would be the case based on the way we were talking before the show started here today. That's 2 games, so it's going to be obviously a shorter show today. Although, big show behind the scenes is reminding me that we do have a game in college basketball starting at the top of the hour. So I'll give you some thoughts on that because I don't think Connor and Max will get to that before it tips off. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern. I think it's on ESPN2 as well. This game, Baylor and West Virginia in the Big 12 college basketball. Baylor 6-point road favorites, 137.5 the total in this game. I'm not ready to lay points on the road with Baylor at the moment. They just lost 2 in a row as favorites to Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. The Oklahoma State loss, a bad loss at home. When you just lost to Texas Tech before that, I don't think Oklahoma State has been particularly good this year. Not certainly what Mike Boynton's team was last year when they had Cade Cunningham. They made a little run through the NCAA tournament. They were one of the better teams in the Big 12 last year. I don't think Oklahoma State's been that good. And Baylor, just could not shoot against them. 18 of 58, 61-54 loss in that game. In fact, offensively, they've been pretty much porous shooting the basketball each of these last 2 games that they've lost. So, yeah, you do get a Baylor team that's probably coming in focused and angry off 2 straight losses, but it's never easy to play in Morgantown against a West Virginia team that their strength has always been on the defensive end of the floor. They're coming off their own shellacking, 85-59 loss to Kansas at Fog Allen Fieldhouse over the weekend. So I worry about, they're walking into a very fired up West Virginia team, and they don't have James Akinyo either. He's banged up as well and questionable to play in this game. I think they're taking it right down to the wire with his status going into this game, and you'd like to have him on the floor here if you're Baylor going into this one. So I'd lean to the Mountaineers a little bit here, to be quite honest, as home underdogs in this game. It's not a game I bet. I don't have a strong opinion, but figured we'd talk about it because it's going to start at the top of the hour. I would lean to West Virginia here. Keep in mind, at home, the last time they played here in Morgantown was, I believe it was actually was that game last year in Morgan? It might have been. Let me just double check that. It might have been. I think it was, and Baylor escaped with a 94-89 win in overtime. And then the year before, West Virginia beat Baylor at home. So, yeah, I mean, definitely Baylor for much of the seasons looked like a team that wasn't suffering any sort of national title hangover. I mean, they played terrific in November and much of December, but they've hit a bit of a wall here these last couple games. I'm not comfortable laying 6 in this game with Baylor on the road. Let's put it that way. I'd lean West Virginia, but again, it's not a strong take for me on this game. It's more of a watch and maybe bet it during the game going into this one. So there you go. Little thoughts on the Baylor West Virginia game coming up at the top of the hour. Make sure you stay tuned because 5 p.m. Eastern, we'll have Maxwell Smart, Connor Mack coming up at 5 p.m. with the Net Profit College Basketball Show, breaking down the Tuesday night college basketball card. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Good stuff with Billy, with Wham, and with Dutch. We've got our best bets and Dutch's freshest look coming up. Southtown 101, when you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke at Southtown 101, San Antonio, Texas. Manscaped, promo code PubSport, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product. Make sure you check that out. Manscaped.com, promo code PubSports, and mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. We got NFL playoffs, divisional round starting this weekend, NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC. I'm not going to say baseball because we could be waiting a while to see Major League Baseball. They're dicking around on both sides, players and owners. That's a sad, pathetic situation, but that's another story. But still lots going on at mybookie.ag. Sign up for an account, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. Mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. And there's the pub rub. Get it, $14.99 or 2 for $25 on the website, pubsportsradio.com. NHL, since we've got a couple extra minutes, just briefly, I like, let me just off the top of my head, I like Ottawa team total over 3.5 and regulation against Buffalo. Dallas team total over 3.5. I like Carolina Boston over 5.5. Florida Calgary over 6.5. Those are the main ones. Tampa, a small shot with the Kings, and also over 5.5 in Tampa, LA. Those are the main NHL plays for me today. So there you go.
Announcement too, Cabano. The Sheriff's play of the day is Dayton on the money line tonight against the St. Bonnies. They have won 11 straight games against them head-to-head. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss out on this one. You want to bet the Flyers at home. We're going to fade Max's favorite team tonight, and we're going to take Dayton Flyers at home.
Wow.
Flyers at home. Hashtag Broad Street Bullies, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's wow. Dayton, you're right. Dayton's own St. Bonaventure. There's no question about that. This is the best St. Bonaventure team in that of the last few years. They're all senior laden. They've talked adamantly about.
You know what they say, the young Trailblazers, time to come up.
Yeah. Well, Dayton's a weird team. Dayton's had some terrific wins, and they've also had some really bad losses and bad performances in games you wouldn't expect. So they've been a little all over the place. Dayton. I actually like the other side, to be honest, St. Bonaventure. They've actually flipped to the favorite now because Dayton was -2. St. Bonnie is -1 right now on the road in that game.
That home dog. Get it, Babano. Let them know the sheriff is in town.
There we go. All right. Liking them as a home. Well, you're getting a better number now if you like Dayton.
Just if you haven't noticed, man, I was looking down on my phone. We're replacing the bet, +100. Got me.
There you go. Flyers. That is, Moody Arena is a tough spot to win usually, but I think VCU.
He at the window, Dayton.
All right, Dayton. We'll remember that Thursday next time you're on, and we'll say, "Hey, remember when Billy said Dayton would beat St. Bonaventure?" And if they do, we'll give you your kudos. But if St. Bonnie's win, we got to say, "Hey, bad call." So we'll wait and see. But it's a good game. It's a really good game in the Atlantic 10 Conference tonight. I'm a St. Bonaventure. I actually took futures on St. Bonaventure before the season to win the tournament.
You and the rest of the Canadians.
Yeah. We have a big St. Bonaventure from Western New York school there, a little Olean, New York. You got to support that school, especially when it's going to be their best team that they've had in a few years. Mark Schmidt's a hell of a coach there as well.
I don't know about them Flyers at home, though.
Yeah, I mean, no, Anthony Grant's done a good coaching job. They've still got a solid group. They're not quite what they were with Toppin and Crutcher and some of those guys when they were there, but still a good basketball team, Dayton. So no question. That's a good basketball game tonight. If you're going to watch one of the college hoops games tonight, that would be one of the ones you want to tune in for, St. Bonaventure and Dayton. Just like you want to tune in for best bets right here on the NBA Pub Hub every single day. Billy, we'll go to you since you've been giving us this Dayton recommendation. Let's see what you got for a best bet recommendation.
Best bet tonight. We're gonna go for the plus money. I wasn't on the golf video, so I got to give out a golf odds a little bit. Mitchell Robinson double tonight, +475. Let's get paid tonight, baby. Let's get paid.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds like we're the price that you'd be betting on one of the top 3 or 5 favorites on the golf odds board. You're right with that price. Mitchell Robinson there for the New York Knicks, +400, +475 at some spots with that double. So that's best bet for Billy Briz for this Tuesday.
Not after the Feds are watching, man.
They better not be. They don't know who they're messing with here on the NBA Pub Hub. They really don't. They're fucking around with the wrong people. They're knocking on the wrong door. Taking on the Pub Hub crew. What do you think here, Wham? Best bet?
Yeah, man, I'm going. We're taking this to the MSG game, to the Garden, and we're going to take the Timberwolves, Vanderbilt, over 6.5 that you could get right now at FanDuel, minus 126, over the points for Jared Vanderbilt. Hit eight or more points, 5 straight games. He's going to get it tonight. You know what I'm saying? Against Mitchell Robertson. I think the double-double is a good play, but it's going to be Jared's night tonight. Vanderbilt's over 6.5 points.
All right, there we go. Jared Vanderbilt over. What is it? Rebounds, right?
No,
Points.
Points. I
There we
like the
go. Over
rebounds too
points.
at 8.5, but the best bet is the points. Six
All
and a
right,
half.
there he goes. Over 6.5 points. Jared Vanderbilt for the Minnesota Timberwolves for best bet. All right, Dutch. Freshest look here. What do you got? There we go.
Yeah, man. Precious look, we're gonna stay right in the NY with my guy Wham Bam. We're going with Julius the motherfucking Juice. Double. That's why you're gonna squeeze these motherfuckers for a double. minus 130. Let it juice, man. That's good money.
There we go. Double Julius Randle. Squeeze that juice there in the Madison Square Garden for the Timberwolves and Knicks. Freshest look for Dutch. And my best bet for this card, not a lot to choose from, but I'm going to go with Timberwolves minus 145 money line against the New York Knicks. Yeah. There you
We
go.
all do that
Minnesota Timberwolves minus 145 against the New York Knicks. The rested team, quite frankly, the team that's playing better, more consistent basketball at the moment. I think Timberwolves get it done. I faded the Knicks yesterday with Charlotte. See if we can do it again today with success. Minnesota minus 145 against New York. Best bet for this Tuesday NBA card. That'll wrap it up. Thanks to everyone for joining us. We appreciate it. Hit the like button. 170 live viewers here on the NBA Pub Hub. Hit that like button, and we'll be back tomorrow with a big show for sure. A huge card on Wednesday, so make sure you join us. We'll try to start right away tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. NBA Pub Hub, big loaded Wednesday card. Join us for that. We got Net Profit. College basketball coming up at the top of the hour here on Pub Sports Radio, so stay tuned for that. For Wham, Billy, and Dutch, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Tuesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll see you again on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for another edition of the NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. Real talk, hit that motherfucking like button like we about to hit these motherfuckers straight over the head. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, but stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.